Hey everybody, Data Bard here with just a quick video because of something important I wanted to address. I've been having a number of conversations with people on the results of my SSMS Copilot experiment series on my YouTube channel. Take a look at the link if you want to know about that. Series will be continuing on as I think of new things to add to it. But somebody raised a very important question that I want to make sure I cover here. The question that innately comes up when we think of something like using generative AI to augment our database work is this question: how do we keep our processes deterministic? For those not familiar, deterministic means if I'm going to execute this process 3 times, I want the output to be the same all 3 times as long as all of the variables are the same. But generative AI is intended to be a little bit more creative. It's intended to think outside of the box in a lot of situations. So does that mean it's not useful for us in terms of database development and being deterministic? Well, here's a couple of important things to consider. First of all, a lot of large language models, when you call them, they do have a particular parameter you can call called temperature. What is temperature? Temperature basically controls how flexible the large language model can be. If you set a low temperature, the response is going to be very deterministic. It's not allowed to be creative. It's going to pick what is the most likely and best answer to give you in this situation. But if you set it to high temperature, that is where it is allowed to be more flexible. So this is where ultimately you want to consider being able to adjust that temperature value if you do have options to do that. Taking a look at some things within SSMS Copilot, I asked it directly about its temperature capabilities, and at the moment it says you can't change the temperature, but it says that the solution is intended to work with a very low temperature and to be very deterministic. Other thing that you want to consider too is part of the secret sauce is in your prompt writing and in your interactions within your chat. Most of those LLM interactions involve a chat history, and you can see it in the Copilot experiment series that as long as I keep my chat history, once something is prompted and it gives me a response, it does not change unless I specifically ask it to change something. So it does take that history into strong consideration. Certainly something up for debate, but at least based on my experience, I think that determinism with AI solutions that are designed for database development is not as big of a concern as you might think. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't check it. Make sure you check any AI solution you're going to use to augment your work, and maybe check to see how deterministic it's going to be. My hope is you'll find it's more deterministic than you might think. So what do you think? Has your experience trying to determine the deterministic abilities of artificial intelligence? Have you had a good experience or haven't you? You know where to answer that. Write down in the comments what your experiences have. I'd be curious to know your thoughts. And if you have any other questions about using AI to support your work as a data professional, let me know in the comments. And again, YouTube algorithms like the likes and the subscriptions. So, if you think this video is helpful and that others might benefit from it as well, like and subscribe please, so the rest of the industry can know and can find this for future needs. We'll leave the video at that. For now, I'm Data Bard and I'll see you in the next chapter